Hey there everyone, welcome to the YouTube video here on the channel. My name is Emily. Welcome to Salzburg. We're here in a DB-BR101 0669, so yeah, number 66. Well, it's what's 10166. In the, I believe it's a fictional livery, but I absolutely love this livery, so I'm running it. The Einzigander's Pride livery on the DB-BR101. It's thinking about it. Oh dear God, hello. There we are. So, we're just going to check our departure times. I've not unlocked the doors because I've not got the cab set up. My bad. So, remind me. I want to put my reverser handle in. Put the reverser to forward now that way. Brake key goes on. We're on level ground, so I can let the frame brake off, keep the loco brake on. Only safety system to enable today. That's right. So, AFB. And our start speed today should be 60 kilometers per hour. Let's just look. We're standing like look down the platform. We've got 10 seconds to the off, so I'm going to lock the doors. We've got the road ahead. Reverser goes. All my doors are closed. Got the loco brake on. And yeah, for some reason in this train, I feel like you use tons of power to get going. But there we go. As soon as I'm rolling, I pull a bit of power off. And there we go. So start speed limit today is 60. I'm going to release from restricted monitoring so I can see our start signal. So we are starting today's journey in Austria, of course. Like I say, our first stop on today's journey is Freilassing, which is further along here. And it's in around 7 kilometers, well, 6.9 kilometers time. So the way I'm driving today is I'm going to use the F1 HUD. What I can actually do is do that. Like that. Like that. Okay, I don't know how to hide the HUD. We've got to have that up then apparently. But basically, you can see I've got Freilassing 5.5k. We're due there at that time, but I'm just going to do that. And it's just because in Train Sim World, the instructions don't auto-complete. So therefore, you have no way of knowing, for example, when to close the doors again. So at milepost 87.2, milepost 87.5, which we've gone past, is where we went up to the 100 line speed. I'll increase our AFB. There we go, and that is the train accelerating up to 100 kilometers per hour. It's been quite a it's been a weird sort of couple of weeks for me. Might as well start talking. So yeah, this is sort of this is my first proper video on this line where I'm actually paying attention to things. But yeah, we're going to be doing a quick little run, like I say, from just on this run today, and then I'll probably do another one in the future. But I'm just trying to sort of knock out a few videos whilst I've got the time, really. And this one, I wanted to jump on it as soon as it released, but I just wasn't really feeling doing content. There's 120, so it's 200 meters, but up to the end of the train passes, then we can accelerate to 120. Yeah, so the train today is 462 tons and is a 10 coach or 10 carriage train. So it's been a few weeks ago since we were last on this route for the passenger ride, but like I'll let you know what once I actually get on the train and sit down, I'll point the camera, look out the window, and then I go and sort of make a cup of tea, basically. Yeah, so one of those sorts of videos. But yeah, so we've got this like it's May now for you guys. I'm still in March. Like it's basically summer for you. How does that make you feel knowing that I'm all the way back in basically winter? 84.2, it's 86, so yeah, we've gone well through that. Apologies. So that's 140, 130. I'm on both booked 125 by accident. That should be 120 there, I believe. 105, 110, 115, 120 confirmed. There we go. It's interesting to see how this route's been done for the timetable. So this is a route I was going to cover in Train Sim Classic. But I love the liveries I've actually got on the Vectrons because they're making such a difference to the to those liveries there. But I need to slow to 90. So just let the AFB kick in on the loco. Oh, that's our changeover. Oh, wonderful. I didn't slow down in time, basically. Nothing I can do. Let's see, so I can release once we stop, but I can't release. He'll shut up eventually. No, that's not the button to take the thing unlocked. We'll just so you'll see this thing storm now up to 120. The brakes are coming off. Power's in now, so you can see the loco's taking a little bit of power just so it knows when the brakes are fully out. And away we go. There's our 90 limit straight ahead of us. This is Freilassing Yard we're actually approaching into here, so we've been slowing down for the station in the not too distant future. Getting a bit of slip, so we'll pull the power off. But yeah, so these things can absolutely storm when it comes to departing a state, you know, getting on our way places. So I've got idle. If we rattle our way into Freilassing. I'm approaching a bit hot today, but it is what it is. She's wearing that red coat as well. She's wearing a dress. Oh no, she's wearing the red. I don't think I've seen that hairstyle or those glasses before. But no, just passenger models are for me are always the thing that needs the most improvement in train sim. Passengers make a massive part of passenger operations, and yeah. So we've got 20 seconds. So like I say, even though we got delayed there, we were still here perfectly within time. About 10 seconds earlier. Don't mind closing the doors. Train doors do close after 2 minutes before departure. So there you go. Train doors are closed and locked. Reverses in forward. Oh crap! Take £0.5. I'll overcharge the brakes. Why not? There we go. So it's going up to 90 first. And our next stop is Traunstein in 25 kilometres. Please note, even though it says 25 kilometres there, Traunstein's at mile marker 53.3, we're at 81, so call that 29 kilometres. Basically, we do 4 kilometres further because the line's not a straight line, and that measures straight line distance. Most obvious place in Trainsman I can think that shows that is Hagen. There's basically a massive sort of sweeping 180-degree curve on the way into Hagen station, and the distance doesn't change for about 3 miles. There we go, full power. There's 140. So look at us absolutely storming today. So our top speed today is 160. The 101s can do like 240, I think. 200. So that's 125 miles an hour. These can do. Same as our HSTs in the UK. But because we've not got LZB on this line, okay, we won't be exceeding 160 today. Ooh. And we've passed the 160 now, so I can effectively do that, which opens the throttles fully and lets us go up to 160. And it's about 5 kilometres until we need to slow back down. We'll try and get up to 160 just so we can say we've been there, and then we'll start slowing it back off again. I'm going to brake at 74.2 just to give me a bit more of an inkling of what this brake's like, and our line speed changes to 110. So yeah, I'm giving myself a kilometre to slow 50 km/h, but it's just, yeah, it's a 2 km to slow down. But yeah, it's just a good way to make sure being nice and safe. My total stops today: Traunstein, Wien, and then finally Rossenheim in about 50 minutes time. So yeah, like I say, I've been quite busy. So do I tell you about the most disrupted I've been since I've started this job? Well, why not? $110. There we go. Power comes off. No acknowledgement. Just the warning. So yeah, that's cool. So what's... So it's about 800 meters to slow it. Yeah, so I slowed down about the right time, really. So yeah. Not yesterday, day before. So one of the jobs I do in my current depot. Oh, sorry, before I go any further with today's video, all opinions expressed within the video are my own, and may or may not be those of any companies you can extenuate that I work for. So, 100 limit, but we've got ages till we need to slow down for that. So at my depot we have a job effectively where we start at 2 o'clock in the afternoon. We take a train to London, and then we bring the 7 o'clock train back from London. This is just one of my regular jobs. The main two I do is I do the 7 o'clock and the 7:30. That 171.5, that's 300 meters. There we go. So, oh well, it's a bit slow to slow down though. So as I was saying there, sorry, yeah, got so I book on for my job, BAU. We do the train down. We get to London. I have my dinner. We're getting ready to depart on the way back out, and the train manager says, "Oh, by the way, there's some disruption ahead. A train's hit an obstacle." So I said, I think that's fair enough. I mean, it's going to be 2.5 hours till we get there. It should clear by then. How wrong was I? Basically, from what I understand, a train hit a deer, which is obviously very sad for the deer and for us because we don't like killing animals. And then the deer bounced off that train and hit a train going the other way. So there were two incapacitated trains in one section of track. It happened within about 5 miles of the four-track section of a four-track section. It was in a two-track section, so basically we were stuck behind it. We were stuck. We ended up coming to a stand in some on an avoiding line, about 50 miles to the south of the disruption event. My train then gets terminated at the next big station, and I was helping a customer who had limited mobility board the train. And as I got to get off to rejoin the rest of my crew, I see the doors closed, and the little light to open the door again is out. That means the train manager's locked the door, closed and locked the doors, in preparation for departure. The station that we terminated actually was York. Now, as you guys know, I live in Newcastle. That's where I head home to. So basically, my objective at that point was to head home. Now, because you play train sim with me, you know if it's taking you more than an hour to go from Newcastle to York, you're doing it badly wrong. It took 3.5 hours. So instead of finishing at 10 o'clock at night, I finished at 23 in the morning, and then I was back at 2 o'clock the next afternoon to go and do it all again. And that was just not fun. That sucked. Freight train coming the other way there. Obviously we gave the driver a wave. 67, so 1.8k until we go up to 110. I do like this route. It's a lovely little route. I literally loaded it on the preset settings, so it's clear skies dynamic weather, I think, for March. So I'm surprised it's not started raining yet. But yeah, if they fix that, then happy days. Rather a nice loco, isn't it? The 101. I think the reason I like it is it's a loco of my childhood. Like it's when was the 101 made? DBBR 101. This is how I got all the information up in front of me. It was, yeah, 1986 to 99. So it's literally the same era as I was born in. So it was sort of hyper modern as I was little. Yes, so I'm born 1987. So some of them are a little older than me, some of them are younger. 110. So it's 200 meters, so at the 65-mile marker we can accelerate. There's yeah, we've got more than enough space in, so we go up to 110. There we go. So, looking at the 101 in Train Sim World, at least. Where am I? Where's my mouse? So yes, the DBBR 101 is a locomotive add-on for Train Sim World. So it came with Train Sim World 2 for Hauptstrecke Rhein-Ruhr. That was I actually worked on in my days at DTG. 63.8, 63.3 is the next mile marker we are looking out for. As at that point we go to 130. I will. That's 130. So yeah, it came with Train Sim World 2. Like I said, it was a Hauptstrecke Rheinruhr add-on originally. Bear with me one hot second whilst I do that like that. And we are about 5k from Tauernstein now, so we've covered most of the distance there. So yes, it has 25 services. So it's available on Hauptstrecke Hamburg-Lübeck with 2 services, 25 services on Neckarwende-Dresden, and 6 on Schnellfahrstrecke Kassel-Würzburg. It's obviously also on this route, and it's actually got quite a few. I've not checked how many it has in the timetable. Yes, so the coaches are the DPBMMZ and AVMMZ coaches. That I'm not going at the details of European coaching stock names. They're bonkers, but actually quite cool. That's right. Okay, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to drop the speed back to a 90. That's just in preparation for the arrival. 101 or 110, sorry. Like I say, I'm dropping the speed down to a 90, which is probably a bit early. No, I'm not being daft. It is, yeah, it's 53.3 for Tauernstein. My bad, I am being incredibly daft. Put 110 back in the window. I can't read my book file plan. 110. My apologies, folks. Yes, so that we are at the 59.8 mile marker. 58.9 is where the yes, so we're in the 110. We'll go back up to 130. Sorry. Mile marker 59.4. Apologies, I misread my mile markers. Yes, we are in 110. I can't read. It's been a weird day. By the way, so I got home last night about 10. About midnight, I was just exhausted. Fell asleep. Woke up about 3, and I've been up ever since. So it's been one of those sorts of days. In fact, yeah, I'm being daft. So we're in the 130 now. Can go back to that. But yeah, so it took me 3.5 hours, and then so going back to the disruption. We'll do the local, then we'll do the disruption. But yeah, so it's got the training module, 3 scenarios on Hauptstrecke Rhein-Ruhr. I enjoy this. I think, to be honest, this is so it's a shame it's mainly on Hauptstrecke Rhein-Ruhr, because Hauptstrecke Rhein-Ruhr was rushed as a route. I think everyone can see that. It was massively rushed. The scenarios for it are, I think, pretty good. I'm going to play them just to see what they're like, probably in a future video. So I don't think I've done one yet for the channel. I'm just sort of cycling through a lot of the stuff I don't normally do, just trying to knock out as much as I can in terms of doing content now that I feel up to it. I'm also off work for the week, so I'm trying to do it a little bit if I can. We are, of course, in Germany now, I believe, at least. This is Germany, isn't it? It's, no, Tauernstein, is that in Germany? Let's find out. But yeah, I quite like the 101. It's one of those. It is in Germany. It is in southeastern Bavaria. So all the German stereotypes that you know apply here. Now, DB Reggio. If you've not seen that advert, you don't know. The trauma. I'll start braking at 55 straight, I think, 1 mile. Yeah, about a mile from 130. That's about appropriate. We're also changing tracks, so we'll be going to a 70. I saw that and I thought I don't even acknowledge that. And I went, I probably should just to be safe. Nah, I'll be alright. Sorry about that one, folks. We're just around the corner from thingy. And then we're going to be limited to 45 when we restart. Yes, that now walks itself out, which is absolutely fine. Since we're doing an emergency brake, we'll overcharge the brakes just to make sure they're all off. But yes, so that is the 101 covered. That's what my disruption covered. And then last night I was on the same job again, but I was just at the bar the entire journey. And like I say, by the time I was home, my feet were just falling off. And I say again, I am glad I'm not at work. It was payday for me as well, so I've got some really cool stuff for 5M. There's going to be another talky 5M video coming up, I think, where we talk about stuff. There's something I wanted to talk about. I've completely forgotten what it was. I was like, that would make a great video. And I've completely forgotten what it is. But I'm working, and basically so there's, okay, bit of context. 5M is a mod for GTA. Those of you who are familiar with GTA know there's Los Santos County and Blaine County are the two sort of counties of the state. So they're sort of the rough dividing line to the mountains in the middle of the map. At the top of the mountains, it's sort of the rough dividing line for most people. Usually sort of, is it Galileo Road? Up there? Whereas, yeah, I should be able to actually release here, shouldn't I? Yes, perfect. So I'm going to go up to 70. As we round the curve into town, the cloud in the hills looks really cool. It would be nice to have different track noises, so that bridge would sound different to this. Like you get, like if you ride a train, you can tell if you're going over a bridge or that kind of stuff, or even a tunnel. I don't think the sound changes that much for a tunnel. Oh, I am booking it in here. I love the fact you also get the 642 layering in here. That looks really nice in my opinion. And there's a 425. Oops, diddles, I've dumped myself into emergency. If the full train's on, will it accept that? It will. It's an awful stop accuracy. Oop. But it'll take it. And bang on cue site terrain. She's so pretty. So this, of course, this livery comes with Nidatabon. So it's just a standard livery, but it's the DP Regio red. It's weird with these. Like the front end of these looks ancient, but like the side paneling looks really super modern, and I don't know why. And a bit like these look quite modern. They're not, but they look nicht einsteigen. And they've got the low level floors, which is nice. Niedersachsen ist am Zoo. Won't get the doors locked. Okay, the train is going to struggle out here. Give it half power. So one thing I don't like about the DVBO 101, it slips a lot. There you go, we'll just give it a third of power and just ease out of here. So our next stop is Preen Shimsi. Preen Shimsi, I'm going to call it. I'll just call it Preen, or Preen. Another 22 kilometres in about 17 minutes. Start stepping that power up just so that we can storm out of here. Our line speed, what does that do? With me. We've left Traunstein, so at the 53 mile marker we go up to 100. 53 mile marker, there's the 100. So we get Suppose I can just go straight up to 100. The rate I'm accelerating at, we can go straight to 100. So we go up to 110. We're in the 110 now. My apologies for not commentating that sooner. But again, actually, so it said 24k from turn 3 into Preen, but it's 53.3 was the mile marker at there. Preen is 25. So actually, it's 25 plus 3.3, so it's 28.83 kilometers, which is actually quite a decent run in the 101. So at 47.3, we need to be at 90. So at about 50, about 50.5. I'll pop us into the 90. Next mile post, I'll do it. There you go. And that is slowing off though. And then 49.6. We go back up to 100 at 46.9. So this is one of the wavy bits of the route. I do love again the effect of the light in like that sort of dark, the dimness there. Yeah, taillights. I enjoyed taillights the best time at the worst time, but yeah, it with a bit of crappy weather going on. Oh, love a good taillight. 46.6. It's 100 time. And then it's 45.4. We go up to 130. wait till we sight the actual 130, because sometimes it's like just after it, whatever. Yeah, I'll accept that that's a missing sign there, and we'll go for 130. So looking at the speed restrictions ahead, I hope you did enjoy that run at 160, because that's as fast as we're going tonight. Ooh, got a bit of slip, so I'll pull the power off. Put the 1.6, we go to 140. Which, yeah, that would just... No, not past that, it's much. Just keeping the wipers going, watching the world go by. He didn't shout at me that or anything, so because Seafair's Wang Springs on me, I'm going to go back into full power. Unless I've completely just had an absence fit there, I don't think. I think Seafair went straight from thingy to Seafair's Wang Springs on. Which shouldn't be quite how the laws of physics work. There we go. So we are falling off the bottom of the page. That was Bergen, by the way, that we passed through that last station a few kilometres ago. We're on this page of the book file plan. Preen, which is our next stop, the mile marker is 25. So we are, whilst we are sort of advancing down the mile markers, we are okay for now. 39.0, so it's 37.6, where we go to 130. And there's the 130 warning. I want to put 130 in now, just because I'm mildly paranoid, to be honest. Through a combination of the adhesion, and everything else. But we're at 130, and we sit here until pre now. No such thing as high beams on this. Getting dark. Somehow the rain's getting heavier. I was rather hoping the rain would stop because it's sort of nice to be able to see where you're going. But it's one of those things. Just for those of you on mobile devices who can't see the mile markers counting down, that was 36.4 that we passed there. Burnout ACH is our next. So Burnout is our next stop, and that's at the 30.3 mile marker, and then 5k later is Preen, and then after that there's one more stop which we pass through. Pick up frame. One more stop which we pass through, which is Bad Endorf. Before we drop, yeah, and then that should be it before we drop into Rossenheim. Every site. Oh no, 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 no. I'm not used to having pressed the E key to sort of basically, with those you've got to sort of press a key down to unlock them on most trains. I'm used to the E key from Train Sim Classic. But yeah, it does sort of feel like there's been a period in TS where not much was happening in terms of releases. And then so by the way, today's date is the 15th of March. Then all of a sudden I had the we had the ScotRail. So yeah, the Network Scot East. We've got the 5 Circle coming out in 2 weeks' time. We've got the Suffragette line coming out in a week's time. We've just had the Buxton line drop. Like, if I wasn't recorded ahead, that's my content covered there. But there's also the stuff I'm still covering from previous releases. Like, I've got to do the Hope Valley line still on the MML. So yeah, there's quite a bit still to be done in terms of this is upcoming content. £6K until Preen, and about 700 metres until we pass through Burnow. I will blare the horn as we go through to approach the station as a safety precaution. It's on a curve, it's dark, it's rainy. We don't want the punters to stand too close to the platform edge and get in nasty. That was just Sifa being a dickhead there. I reset that. Take a pride ride on the railbow. I will double check and just see if like I said, I think from memory this is inspired by the Vectron livery. Oh no, you know what? My sincerest apologies. I can see a screenshot. Looks like it's leaving Hamburg. It's a picture from real life. Looks like it's leaving Hamburg southbound. And it is indeed in this livery. So I retract my statement profusely. It's accurate. This livery, so this mod, by the way, is available from the Trenton Community website. It's just a free mod on there. And it's just from it's in the legacy repaint section for Train Sim World. So it's not a community done one. Well, it is a community done one, but it's not in the actual like. You guys know what I meant. God damn it! All right, you guys know what I goddamn meant. So that is really cool. I'm gonna play it. Cover that next. Uh-oh. 25.6. So I've slowed down a little early there because I got distracted, but it happens. just stay at, like I said, it's about 40, which is absolutely fine to a platformer. Willkommen YouTube to Preen. When I was trying to do my route learning notes going the other way, because I was going to film this the other way, but then I did the passenger ride that way, so I didn't want to do one, like multiple. So what I did was, like I say, just did it the other way around using the book file plan. But this is as far as I've been I was on this route going the other way. Still don't ask me what happens after this, but yeah. Welcome to Preen, though. Oh, we're ready to go places. Go places, do things. We're about 10 seconds late on the departure, which is absolutely fine. There we go. Go places, do things. And our next stop, as you can see, is Rosenheim. Or Rosenheim. So this will link into a longer video, or a long little series I'm going to do. So the plan is, stop standing up, you muppet. The plan is to do, basically, because you can do Salzburg, Linz. So basically, I could probably do Vienna all the way to Munich. And just do it on sort of a variety of trains. Probably do it on a railjet, to be fair. Yeah, I think RSSLO routes covers that now, don't they? Yeah, or do. Yes, so the Salzburg Rossenheim, which is what we're on now. But then, like I say, so there's the DTG route that takes you all the way into München. We could do something like Innsbruck. Yeah. Ooh, I could do something. I could go all the way down to Slovenia. I could do Ljubljana to thingy. That could be a fun one. I'm going to put 110 in the box since we passed the 110 marker. And I'm going to stop being distracted. But yeah, I could literally do Salzburg to, Ljubljana all the way up to thingy, which is just insane if you think about it. Like, I'm covering the length and breadth of, I'm covering 3 countries. And in theory, okay, so Salzburg would have to change routes. But as far as I'm aware, it's a mega merge has been done where you just have one all the way, which is pretty cool. Don't know, I'm seeing Cantina Bend. 21.6 on the mile marker front, so I'm just double checking where I am. 100 is at this 17 mile marker, so Rosenheim is at 0, and that's our next stop. Bad Obendorf is just after that as well. So we are just storming along now, aren't we, really? We'll leave the throttle wide open just for the train's benefit. Like I say, the train's basically managing its own speed at the moment, so yeah. Oh, that's actually proper film. Oh, and I've just noticed I bugged that incorrectly, so I'm now going too fast. That's fixed. No, we're fine. We have slowed down plenty of time, I believe. Yeah, I slowed down a little bit early, but no, I didn't. This is falling apart, this video. Luckily, no one will ever watch this part. If you're watching this part, let me know. There's a 363 on the centre with some Zackens. 16.8. So actually, we're fine. And this is Bad Endorf, which is our last stop that we pass through today before we reach good old Rossenheim. The Dosto pulling in there. Out of interest, what was on the front of that? So the treble one is the train that comes with the route. I will be covering this in an upcoming video, just not this one. I'm basically waiting for some patches for it before I do. So we are 100. Yeah, and we're 110. What's up? I did some model railway work at the weekend, which was, well, not the weekend, but like one of my last days off. Basically, it took me ages to manage to organise myself to chip my Class 92 and my Class 86, both in Caledonian Sleeper livery. Because so you'll have seen on the channel. So it's basically the 92 that I unboxed, and because I've now got a sound one and just a regular DCC fitted one. So the sound one's in GBRF Imeki livery, and the other one is in, like, say, Sleeper Teal. And I've got two locos now in Sleeper Teal, and they look amazing together. 13.8. So yeah, it's about 3k until we can go up to 140 for a while. And then that's until 3.7 when we start slowing down for the approach to Rossenheim. But yeah, I'm very excited for. So there's some mods that I've seen that are being worked on as well, which are really impressive for Train Sim World. So things like the commuter mod, Toronto commuter. Really, I didn't get fucking thingied there, but okay. That's I've just noticed that that's out, and I've downloaded that because, like I say, they've basically completely fixed the main issue for me with one of the main issues for me with Toronto. Another route I worked whilst I was at Trainsim, by the way. Um, yeah, basically, the brain back in the room. Right, the issue I sort of experienced, for me was there's no passenger runs on there, but actually there's now passenger stuff, and it's going to be really cool. I've done passenger stuff in the past, but it was sort of very much hacked in, and but but now I'll actually be able to do proper passenger stuff on that route, and I'm super excited. Like I say, we've got my main issue at the moment. Actually, I'll let you into a secret. Isn't getting weekday con. I can do. Oh, that would be really cool. Passenger mode on Oakville. I have to record one of those. Well, you've probably seen the video by now, and you're going, "Why are you talking about the time? The video's already out." It hasn't been recorded yet. All right, it hasn't been recorded yet. We are allowed up to 140 now, and we storm. Oh, don't. So it's at 3.7. I want to be at 80, so I want to break it at about 5, yeah, ish. Well, it looks like we're staying in the rain for a while. Like I say, it's a shame we didn't drive out the other side of it, but it is what it is. So it looks like Germany's just got some bad weather today. Austria, like when we left Salzburg, was lovely, but it is what it is, as they say in the industry. We're like 3k until we want to be at 80 now. What I'm going to do, I'm not going to actually use the AFB like I have been for most of all today's driving. I'm going to do it manually, just so we do a bit of a smoother slowdown, or a bit of a slower slowdown. There we go, throttle goes to idle. Purely because it doesn't matter if we lose a few miles an hour. It'll brake for us to stop us like over exceeding it, but if we sort of, through rolling resistance, slow down. That's dangerous. The barrier's only gone down and I've gone through. That needs reporting. That barrier's going down as I'm passing it as well. I am doing line speed here. Yes, I am. Double checking. And we'll just put a lumper brake on. Wave to the 155. On an intermodal job. Intermodal yodel. What? What got me? Hmm. 1000 Hertz magnet. Safety release though, so it's probably just I probably didn't acknowledge the 80 passing it, but nothing else has had a magnet today. Oh well. Oh, she's pulling against the train. Yeah, so I'm going to just stay at 80 for now. Now I'm back in the room. So we go into 100 limit, but it drops straight down after, so I'm not bothering to accelerate, basically. You can see. Yeah, 2k is just barely worth it. Ah, stuff it, why not? Yeah, um, yeah, slow down to 85 while we're below that now. I'm just slowing down mainly to come to a stand in the station. Rosenheim itself, like I say, it's 0.0, but you can see the station ahead. I mean, you can see the marker before you can see the station, but nothing I can do to change that, unfortunately. Wish there was. Love the steady bird of the reds on that 185 over in the sidings there. Like I say, I love a tail light. That's a tail light. Okay, I am incredibly sexy for that stop, but welcome to Rosenheim, folks. Thank you for watching today's YouTube video. I hope you did enjoy it. If you did, don't forget to smack the like button. Subscribe to see more from me on a very regular basis. We'll see you next time. Bye-bye.